not unlike the stroke of a pen. What's happening now here is like where, when, and then. And so, if you're here and now, and you're listening, you can hear me clearly. I say, hi. And now then, by then, so much has been happening. Mountains are moving. Who's educating who? For years now, because I haven't had children of my own that I'm aware of. 60s, 70s, interesting times for a man to be growing up if he's not at home with his wife. And even if he is, you know what I mean? It's like it was interesting times. A time of all kinds of experimentation. You know, I remember. Anyway, I won't even mention what I remember, but it's a lot to remember, you know. And so, well, as I was saying, here we are. So much has happened since my last video on the 22nd maybe or so. April 24. Yeah, babacito la mama magachitito. What do they say? What used to be whispered in secret, they will shout from the highest pulpits. Yeah. Sweet light to shine in the darkest of corners. I imagine the generation of children, that's what I was saying. That was a generation of children. You know, you have kung fu fighters and all kind of, you know, weapon-y sort of things, you know, from the kung fu fighters to actually, you know, like these. I mean, how the heck did they get to this ridiculous war shit? Well, because it costs a lot of money to make a tank. Not a tank of water. No. Yeah. And, you know, where there's that kind of carry on and you're dealing with killing people, destroying their homes, all that destruction. That's why the words of John Lennon ring in my ears. But when you talk about destruction, you can count me out. Well, I couldn't do it like he did it like that. It was cool, man. He did a great job, I felt. Him and Yoko. Yeah, but that's how it goes, you know. Art comes and goes. Just like that Shakespearean himself. We all have what is it? Entrance and their exits, all the world's a stage. Well, in the sense of we were going to our own stage. It's like we have our stage in time. And I don't want to go into the inner depths of some other time maybe, of limbo. It's like, rejoice, my children, as through my tears rejoice. This moment you will be in paradise. You know, you'll be welcomed by love and draw all to you, as it were. What's this all about? Ya baba sikadita lo mama. Struggle starts. I don't like this video anymore. I almost cut it right there. My hand went out, and then someone stopped me. Said, "No, don't cut it. It's okay." Oh, well, oh la la. That was the first line of the first song I ever put together on a guitar. This is my first lesson. A guy, I don't know, is he still alive? Marco Del Negro was his name. We were about like teenagers, about 14, 15, 16, 14, 15, something like that. He was some kind of brilliant pianist, and he was staying in our house for a while, kind of student thing. Anyways, he said, you know, when I found my love in the arms of another man, he said, it's a very beautiful story, actually. But what he said to me was, the same Margot de Legno, he says, Paul, I'll give you a new love. And he gave me a lesson on the guitar, 4 chords. These are the 4 chords. And this is how he taught it to me. Right away, he gave me a picking style. Not quite the one I'm going to do now, because I'm sure it's just, it's hard to go back sometimes on picking styles, and you know, you just keep moving, you know. Yeah, so that was the progression. C, then A minor, then D minor, and then G. Maybe flipping into the 7 and then down to the... And it was called... So I wrote a song, my first song with the guitar. I kind of put a song or two together before, maybe between age 15 or something and 16 or something. I'm trying to gain it. So I think we were like 15. Maybe I put a song together when I was 14. I can't remember exactly. Somewhere around that. Doesn't matter. History. Doesn't matter. I don't know. In the matrix of my mind, well, how can you compare? We're all human, part of humanity. We're all there, having this. It's not the 100 monkey experience. It's the, 9 trillion human beings experience. Yeah. Including all the tribes of, they talk about, everybody talk about the 144, 12,000 from this tribe, all this kind of, well, including all of that. Last time somebody, I don't know, a Muslim Jewish scholar was writing out words of Abraham, like some kind of relationship with God and Abraham, and or Allah and Abraham, depending on which language they were writing, and whether it was the Quran or the Torah or whatever, and so. Anyway, what struck me right there was, which I'm carrying now, and I want to develop a little more on it, would be the circumcision. And I felt, in order to see this, if you have a race of people who are circumcised, and they're the only ones who are circumcised, right? Now, let's say you have a race of people on the same time on that earth, right? Now remember, this is the time of Abraham, and you've got all these, so this is very interesting, what's coming to me. Yeah, so you got all these people, as I imagine it. Of course, it's my imagination, and so Abraham, but I'm enjoying this imagining. I've got this guy Abraham, and he's dealing with Allah, Godhead, in these two books. One, the Hebrew Torah and the Christian, and the other is the one is written in Arabic and one is written in Hebrew. Let's see. So maybe that's the difference, or maybe it's not Hebrew. Maybe there's other languages behind. I can't remember. That's not important for what I'm trying to think of. Now, you see, I saw me. I'm getting excited about, oh yeah. And then I start to talk and blah, blah, blah. Now what was I talking about? What was that? A kind of breakthrough. Yes, it's Abraham. The concept of circumcision is risen again out of this, the flames of this hell of Israel 2:4, So, Abraham, it seems that in the conversation between Abraham's people, right, and Godhead, and this is the first mention, as far as I can figure, this is where circumcision is first mentioned. You see, and it's way back. Abraham is pretty early. I'm going to have to study more about this now, because all I know, Abraham, he's sort of, as far as the Torah is concerned, he's like way back. I mean, how far back? At the beginning of creation, or somewhere a couple of jumps up. After Noah, before Noah? He's trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. I haven't figured that out yet. Not just this moment. So, there it is. There you got this conversation, as far as I know, in the books. I think the boat relates similarly. But the translation that this guy's giving me, this nouveau scholar, he's old probably, he's not a teenager, he's not in his 50s, he's over 50, 60 maybe, I don't know, more, what age these guys are, these scholars of the Torah, scholars of the Quran, and Buddhists and many other things, scholars. So, according to these scholars, if I've got it right, it's according to them. It's like, if I've got it right, it's because, I'm blaming them if I've got it wrong. It's not me. It's just, that's according to what they're telling me. This is the World Wide Web. We've got to check everything, as I said. So check it out. According to them, God said, I've chosen you not because you're special, although in any way other than, well, perhaps, one of the reasons I've chosen you is, basically, it's like the emphasis is, I haven't chosen you because you're particularly good. I've chosen you because you just happen to be kind of in a position that I can use. That's my, to lead into my interpretation is what I'm hearing, right? And so, okay. So first of all, I'm chosen you, he said, because you are one of those, what kind of people? Circumcised? No. It's, as far as I can see, circumcision hasn't it's about to happen. The order of circumcision is about to go down, but just prior to that, one of the reasons why they're chosen to go through this ordeal of circumcision, one of the reasons is because they have knowledge now. The knowledge of the pharaohs, the knowledge of the ones in the know. And it seems that just like weaponry of any kind or whatever, you could call it, I don't know, but it can be abused. It can be abused. And so it seems that there was all this abuse going on with these people with the knowledge. I mean, they weren't being, it wasn't fair play or something, you know what I mean? Like the usual things today. So what the covenant, or what was going to try and work this out was, like you see, the point is, it just, they weren't chosen because they were chosen because they were one of the peoples on the planets that had knowledge. And it seems that the knowledge was being abused, right? Maybe it is this knowledge of good and evil was being abused. And so, in my imagination, they've chosen to be circumcised for whatever reason, and it wasn't a Fauci reason, you know what I mean? Oh, for your help, because people have been doing that kind of naughty thing, as they used to call that, beloved. Lovers, you see. It all boils down to the time of man and woman being a time for lovers. You cannot have a time for lovers without some sense of peace. Wham, bam, thank you, man, I've got to go for breakfast, got to go, everything in a hurry. See you later, love, maybe we can squeeze in 20 minutes somewhere between here and there. I mean, that's very, there's a war on, you know what I mean? I have to get the money, I have to get out, I got to go to work. It's panic zone. So, where's the love zone for lovers? Where we create babies. Human beings, humanity start creating babies. Yeah, human beings. Well, see what I mean? Maybe it takes time. Like if you want to bring up, I don't know how it works with the Muslims or Christians or the Jews, or the unbelievers or Buddhist pleasers. I don't care. I'm just kind of laughing in a sense of happiness of just the concept of men and women coming together to have a baby with a conscious mind. We are going to have a baby, baby. Or at least we're going to try. I mean, we're going to. So, the idea of an engagement. Like, I'm not talking about marriage. That's something else. I mean, it could lead up to marriage, what I'm saying, but at this stage, it's like man and woman considering creating a baby, getting it together and producing a child. It's like playing a part in the creation of a child. Now, how did I get into this subject? As far as I can remember, I was dealing with the first song I ever wrote, way back then. This Italian guy. He taught me those 4 chords or whatever, and that little. So here we go. Oh, my queen of the South, what's this all about? I have so much strife in my each and every day. It's just the World Wide Web, they say. Oh, you rise up with all of life's children. From whatever it is, you've been. Maybe keep us all from the cruel sky. However, they claim we have sinned. on me, I felt enough. And I don't wish to feel no more what mankind can do. Stumbling outside our life's door. Alright, and all life's children, wherever it is, maybe keep us from all that cruel scar. However we've been shattered. After I have seen my pencil stumble time again. I've watched the visions crumble. Oh, life's children, from wherever it is you've been, they keep us from all the cruel scars. Wherever it is we've been, alright, my queen. That's off for the one that's gonna take me on. And then deep within me, I was shown my all I love. My all alone, my very own, all alone. Oh, 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 oh. So awesome. Anyway, that's a take on my, I call it the Queen of the South. I've probably got a few versions on YouTube already, but oh goodness, oh ships. Going back, I don't know how many years. Oh goodness. Anyways, Babalita, so what you gonna be tomorrow? Yeah, this is the time where the temperature changes almost from going from one room to the next. Yeah. So, anyway, the sun is shaded over just at this moment. No. Mm-hmm. So, that's the way it is. All right, Babas. Mm-hmm. So should I end this here, and should I even put it up there, as it were, on YouTube? I can't. You see, I can't remember what I've been talking about. If you ask me now, what was all that about? I'd say it's like. Do it again. It will change. Like stepping, you don't step in the same pool twice. You know, that kind of thing. Life. It's like I say, it's like, for me, Alice Sherlock on the streets of Dublin. You know what I mean? She's a live performer, you know. Not like me on a screen in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, by my clock. No, she's out there, and I don't just respect her for you. I've seen some of the early videos. My brother John turned me on to some of the early when she was just a child like an angel on the streets. Yeah. Yeah, what's that song? I haven't heard. Did she ever do that song? It was a love song, a famous love song. Because she does a lot of covers. I'm wondering about this love song. So I'm going to end this here because this is getting. This could go on. You know, I mean, this is early morning. You know, but weather's not very inviting out there. But anyway, so. What was I going to say? Yeah. I can't remember. It was just there's this famous love song that was a big hit back when or whatever about love, you know. Lots of songs about love, but there was one in particular that I thought I'd like, because I see her on the streets recently, you know, like live. I mean, doing this 1 hour performances or something, you know, on Main Street and dealing with it as usual. But, you know, the children see something live and, yeah, you know. And I do think it's the government should make that decision on Eurovision. Okay, I'd stop there. I feel that if I were in that position, I think I'd like the government to make the decision. Now, that's an interesting thing, you know, because most of the time it's like, keep government out, you know what I mean? Let the individual make their own decision, you know, why should I be involved in all this politics? Well, it's not your fault, it's not the artist's fault sometimes. It's just circumstance, I guess, just gets dumped on them, like, you know, unfortunately. However, I still feel that she'd come out with, it looked like she was going to be in the top 10, and that's pretty high up, and that could have been wrong, and we've always been optimistic, but we'll see. And what else have we got here? Yeah, Doomsday Blue. Okay, y'all, and me and everybody, you know, let's see how divinity plays with us. Oh, yes, I am focusing in on this Abraham Accord of circumcision. And not to mention, they do this to women too, you know. It reduces the pleasure of sex. And so if you're doing that to all the little boys, and so they all grow up and they get to 14 and they want to have sex and they're kind of coming too soon, or they don't have the same control, you know, they have to go to the store and buy rings to sort of like help and all this kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, that's pushing it a bit, you know what I mean? It's like, so this is why I say, it seemed to me you were chosen for a reason, because you were stubborn, they said. I think one of the translations, I chose you because you're stubborn people, you're a pain in the, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't because they'd gained his favor, they'd gained his favor through love, his love. It was through love that they gained his favor. Now, I feel circumcision was a lesson for lovers, so that now they had to compete with the biggest dickheads in the world, you know what I mean? And so, by circumcision, it gave them a sort of a different perspective, a point of view, a sad kind of a sadness, maybe from my experience. It's like there's something very sad about, what do you call it, premature ejaculation or something, you know what I mean? And I feel if this was the sort of pretext for teaching a lesson of men and women, when they get together to have babies, maybe we can move on from wham bam thank you ma'am, but we don't have time, they're dumbing us. Oh, you know what I mean? But now that won't help either, because they have, according to what the intelligence of the World Wide Web, the Israelis have invented this artificial intelligence. They'll say, oh, there's a fighter with a gun. Okay. No, don't kill him now. Wait till he goes home to his families and he's, you know what I mean? And then in the middle of the night, and they're not genocidal? Oh no, we're not. It's like this. It's like the invasion of Lebanon in '81 again. No, it wasn't us. It was the Christians. You know, the militia that did all that. You know, we were respectful for the citizen. And then you get this one. You know, this one. It's not us. It's artificial intelligence that are doing it. We're really very sorry, but. We've pressed the button and we can't stop the fucking, you know, annihilation of the human race. It's because we're Jewish and, we're Zionists and we love the human race so much. We're doing it for you. We're building up all these armies for you because we need this balance of warfare. I mean, we don't believe in God. No, we're Zionists. Wait a minute. What God? I mean, are we crazy? You know, we're Zionists, you know. Okay. Well, it's like, what is that? I'm looking at the numbers. I'm thinking, you know, to God or not to God, or you see, that's the good point of that. One of those things is that keeping religion separated from government, at the same time keeping all the religions balanced, as it were, and the non-religious and everything, keeping a balance, and for all to be as one, it's only one way. You know, it's like in the sense of one way, I mean love. One's love. One's love. One's love. Where do we find one's love? In everybody. Some say they find it even in the birds and the bees. Huh? Yeah.